Just no saying the N word in the podcast, please.
What's
Yo, what's up? We're back. I've been rolling for 3 minutes and not talking into the. I was talking to Dylan, so I had my mic muted. He said he's gonna hop in, so hopefully he does. I don't know if he has Discord on his phone.
All right, cool. Yeah, sorry about last one. I had something to do.
No, you're fine.
So what's going on now? What are we playing now?
I just got back from dinner. It's just same game. It's an easy game to podcast to because there's not, you know what I mean. I don't have to like focus hardcore and sweat. It's kind of just I don't know how to put it. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like a chill game to play. No, how's work? How's work going for you today?
It's good. Yeah, so I'm working at a little resale shop. I sell clothes that I get from movie sets in LA. So it's been really it's been a big social boost for me. I meet a lot of people there. You know, people come to the store, and I build a little repertoire with them. It's been everything I could really ask for right now. A little under the table cash too, can't hurt.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, I've had a lot.
What was that?
No, I was just saying I've had a lot of weird people hit me up.
Oh yeah, what's going on?
Bro, you'd be shocked. I know you have your own. I think you know who I'm about to bring up, but I know you have your own like, image on said person.
Oh really?
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Not really.
Female.
Man, dude, I know a lot of weird people. Did you just get hit up by Laura Miller?
Oh hell! Oh God, no, man. I'd be dead. You wouldn't hear from me if she hit me up.
Okay, well, just say.
No, Lexi, she's been hitting me up randomly, and it's odd. I don't know what to say because like it's the weirdest conversation she has with me. She's like, she'll hit me up. She'll be like, she won't talk to me for like 2 weeks, and she'll be like, I'm so sorry for being distant. And I'm like, I don't know why you're saying sorry to me. Like I'm not. If anything, I'm just like an acquaintance. Like I'm not really a close friend of yours. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like not saying like I'm gonna be a dick to her by any means, but like I'm not like close.
Right.
But yeah, no, she like she hit me up, and I was just trying to shed some decency and giving her the time of the day to hear her out on some of her shit. Because I know she's got. It's good.
Yeah.
She said she has a job now. She said so. I don't know exactly what she's doing, but.
How's that progressing with you guys? Kind of moving out of the friend thing? Or...
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, because I overheard from what Dylan said, how like it's gonna kind of end up being like a kind of a Xander thing. So I was like, okay, I can respect that. It'll kind of be like a Xander thing, like on a need to know basis type of deal. Like I don't talk to like distancing. Like Xander, like I haven't talked to Xander in over like 3 months. So it's gonna soon be like that, with Lexi, of course. I'm gonna somehow distance myself, but without being rude about it. Dylan kind of rudely disconnected himself. I'm just gonna kind of do it in a more.
I thought I was saying like, are you guys moving on like past friends?
Oh, you're talking like into like a relationship? Oh God,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Oh no, I can't do that to you, bro. I would never.
I mean,
Plus, she also
yeah.
she also had a conversation with me. She's like, yeah, I'm not messing with any of my ex's friends, and I'm like, Lexi, I didn't even expect you to mess with me, so I don't know why you're saying that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, that's all fair. You know, all is fair in love and war, brother.
No, I can't do that, man.
The way that I see it, there's plenty of fish. Plenty of fish.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's why I'm like, I'm good. You know, I don't need a.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, that's an interesting dynamic. You know, I don't know if many of the viewers out there or listeners in a similar situation, but like, you know, do you think what would you do in that situation? You know, if your friend had an ex
And she moved on to me, or like moved on to.
yeah, I mean, like, how does I wonder how your viewers would handle that.
I don't know, because for me, I mean, I would first of all, I would have to like, I would sit down with you, obviously, you know, like the ex.
Yeah.
I'd sit down with the ex, whoever it is, me, you, Dylan, Joe Schmo, I don't care. You know, I'd sit down with them and I'd be like, hey, your ex is being very flirtatious to me and like making it seem like she wants to like fuck me and do shit, and then you know what I mean. Then I'd see what your point of view is on it, and if you guys are like, you know, I don't give a shit, just don't bring that drama near me, then you know I may hinder that. But now if you're like, oh fuck no, like don't do that, that's, you know, it's gonna ruin us, like it'll change you, then you know would never I would never what's the word, entertain that idea.
Yeah, no. I think that it's an interesting dynamic only because, like, you know, it's got to be like a per friend and per relationship thing. Like, you know, I don't know if anyone out there still follows the bro code or whatnot. Remember we used to say that shit, like bro
Yeah.
code. But yeah, you know, it's an interesting thought process. You know, what do you do in the situation where you're, you know, with a, you know, we'll go with the presumably attractive girl that is coming on to you after she's been with your friend. Like, I would say that the least, you know, the least that somebody could do though is just keep the person informed. Like, you know, I don't know. It does come down to personal preference, but I would say at least I would want to be informed that those activities are happening.
Yeah, like informality matters more than respect and informality are on the same level, right?
You gotta keep your buddy in the loop when that kind of stuff happens. You know, I mean, are we controlled by our friends? No, but do you owe your buddy the respect of like, hey man, this is something that might be coming up. This, like how you were saying, like, hey, she's being flirty with me. That's definitely something that I would say is
something that needs to be said.
Required.
Yeah, because like for me, I know for like, we're not gonna speak every girl's name out, obviously, but you know the girl that you remember the girl that I was like talking to and I kind of bombed it because I asked too late. Yeah, so like with you, like I kind of you know, you had the decency to tell me. You're like, hey, this is going on. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was like, sure, go for it. Now, awkwardly speaking, I didn't think I was gonna be there for it. Like when it happened. No, you're fine. But no, it didn't. No, like I'm saying, not like awkward. Like it was awkward, but like in a nutshell, awkwardly speaking, you know, just because I don't know how the viewers would like that. You know, if they were like, oh, you were there for it, that's weird. You know what I mean?
Wait. Explain the situation again. I forget this.
The house. Remember Meg. Remember. I can't. I don't want to speak all the names out.
No. Yeah.
Remember the N-word girl that D had a crush on?
Yeah.
Yeah. So remember when she came to the apartment and then
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
No, I mean, at this point in my life too, like I've just realized that, like, you know, being with women, you know, there's a I wouldn't say there's a science behind it because they're anything but, you know, they're anything but similar. Every woman is extremely unique, no matter how cynical you are, and you know, oh, the girls are the same. No girl is the same, but in my personal experience, I just know that like I can connect with enough people people that I don't need dipping into my friends' pool, so to speak. You know, like
Yeah.
why would I need to be messing with somebody that Dylan likes or you like or any of my friends like when I can just go to Broadway
And
somebody that's
find a
only
girl.
interested. Yeah, and you know what? To be honest with you, if she's jumping around the friend group, is she really
Is she really
is
it's
she
worth
really
going
somebody
for?
that I want to have? Probably not. I mean, hey, for all the viewers out there, I am not saying like if you're having a hot girl summer or you're just enjoying life, like by all means do that. But maybe I couldn't find a girl that's going around some of the other guys' friends with my own, right? 'Cause
Oh yeah,
there's
yeah.
people in the world, right, or whatever it is. So that's all. No shame in the game. I do it too. I do it.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's how I see life. I'm just like,
Yeah, we can't be. That's another thing. Like, what do you think about like an ex that just tries to go around the friend group? What do we think about the girl that's doing that? Is that something that the viewers and you think that's shallow, or maybe that's just not how the group
I don't know. I mean, I guess it just varies on the ex, right? I mean, because Lexi, she looked at me straight in the face and said, "I'm not messing with my boyfriend's exes," or my ex's best friends. Like, I would never entertain one of my ex's friends. Because she said she had bad experiences in the past doing that or something. I don't know. And I was like, oh, well, I never had that mindset that you were going to entertain me.
Right.
You know, like, I didn't expect it. Now, there's a big fine line. Entertaining versus hanging out, right?
Oh, most definitely. No, I would say to any of the viewers and anybody that cares, if you have to as a man or as a woman, have enough self-worth to realize that, like, no matter what happens, even if it's the worst case scenario, you've got to have the self-worth and self-image in your own head to realize that that's just how life is. You can't trip or lose your mind or think your friends betraying you simply because especially if they're just hanging out. You know what I mean? Like, that is something that is really common. But in our instance, we were all a friend group together. So for me to say, like, oh, well, I'm done with this particular part of the relationship, now you all must hit the delete button. Like,
Yeah.
that's really unfair and really unhealthy too.
Right.
And like I had said, if anything moved on past what was already established, like, the only thing that is needed is a little bit of heads up so that I can, either prepare myself or be open with you about a hard line that I'm in. And if you give me that opportunity, or you give any of your, to the viewers, if you give any of your friends that opportunity, that's just having a healthy relationship. Outside of those two scenarios, we could, but hanging out especially is a very normal thing for a friend group to do, and breakups happen. If you include your significant other in your friend group, which you should at some point, then you have to expect that at the end of it, the world doesn't revolve around you, essentially, is what it comes down to.
Right. And that's how, yeah.
Me and you, the world doesn't revolve around you. And if you are still friends with an ex of mine, or if Dylan is, or if anybody is, then, unbothered by it. I'm unbothered by it.
Right. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna, like, somebody join my nickname and his name is Cumburger. And the other guy's name is Communist. It's fucking funny. My name is Fat Chode in the game.
Nice.
Yeah, I gotta hit. Yeah. I gotta let people know. So when I play with girls in this game, I'm like, hey, just I have a fat chode. No, I'm just playing. But
yeah, I mean, don't want any of those honeys to slip through without the carnal knowledge.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. So I mean, yeah. So it's like with my exes, if you were friends with them, which I don't think you. I'm pretty sure you hated majority of the girls I dated, but that's fine because, it's an opinion, right? Everybody has an opinion on who their friends date, and obviously their friends want to look out for the best. They want to look out for you in the best way.
And it wasn't so much, brother, that I hated your exes. I was disinterested in them as It's people, and you know what? Hey, maybe that's a sign because they all crumbled pretty bad, didn't they? I mean, no, nah, okay, that was
No, I think only like 2 of them crumbled badly, but yeah, the other ones
yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
No,
I just
actually, they all kind of crumbled badly.
I never really vibe with them. That was it. It was a vibe thing, you know. I'm not really entertained by this person. But you know what? I'm eager to see the next girl that you bring up to the play because you do get out there. Don't get me wrong, you do get out there.
Yeah, I'm interested to know. I don't know who it's gonna be. I really don't. It could be anybody.
You
I
and
mean,
Dill have been going out to Broderville, right? Remember the old lady?
yeah, good amount. But I mean,
We'll have to do a podcast where we talk about some of the going out procedures that a man can do, or you know, I mean, I guess a woman, but
yeah, give some insight on like how to do it.
a little bit of a touchy subject when you start telling
Women how to do
young
things.
ladies what to do with themselves, which is fine. You know what? Hey, that's the rules of the game. And I'm not telling anybody what they should do. I will tell guys, you know,
There's a big
many-
line.
there's a lot of stuff that we need to be doing, and you know, as men, we do fail in a lot of those instances. I see it all the time. I see guys. You know, I notice things that women notice. I was raised by all of them.
Oh yeah, you were.
And so I'll look at your hands. I'll look to see if you're wearing a belt. I'll look at your shoes. You know, even it comes down to even just, and this may sound crazy.
Even
but,
your underwear.
Hey, guess what, dude? They look at your face like.
They also look and see if you're wearing underwear, if you're sagging.
Well, they'll check everything. I mean, they're very meticulous. You got to think. How do you filter out hundreds of possible applicants, right? I mean, women, beautiful women, and even average women. And you know what? Even women that I would say are, you know, not as appealing to me. No woman's ugly, BTW. If they're less appealing to me, they are still getting a lot of male attention.
Oh yeah.
The only way. I mean, we're fools if we think that we can just stumble around. If you're gonna just stumble around and be this sloppy person, you may get lucky here and there. You may get a girlfriend to stick around for a little bit of time, but you know, eventually she's going to see some guy that cleans under his fingernails, and that'll be a wrap.
Oh yeah.
If you're not doing these, you know, some simple things, it gets pretty out of hand pretty quick, and it all stacks up. You know, I mean, hands. Oh my God, I could go on for days about hands. You know, we as men, we expect women to want to do all this nasty stuff. You know, oh man, I buy her a few beers and she's got to be doing this. You know what? Before she took those tequila shots, she looked at your fingers and she contemplated having those in, you know, certain essential areas. And if you look like you just dug a sandcastle with your bare hands, she's not putting that anywhere near. Would you? I mean, really, would you? With half the stuff that you know about men, would you even let a dude anywhere near you? No.
No, probably not.
No, it's disgusting. It's really messed up.
Yeah, no, you got me fucked up.
It all ties in. Like, our whole conversation kind of revolves on the same topic. It's interesting because, you know, with me, I would wake up daily, even in a long-term relationship that I had with Lexi, and it would be, you know, my routine was the same. I didn't let comfortability change things. I was up in the morning, early, shower, manscape, trim my nails, clean under my nails, clean my ears, pluck my eyebrows, you know,
Yeah.
exfoliant, you know, moisturizer, everything, you know, the whole nine, cologne, even though I'm just sitting around the house. Like, I put shoes on. That's a huge thing. Wear shoes, man. Like, get up, get active. But, so at the end of the day, you know, the next guy that any girl that I'm with is, you know, partaking in whatever way she sees fit, of course, she's going to have vastly different experience, I guarantee.
Oh yeah, like
the guy that any of my exes are with, you know, they're going to miss a well-groomed, taken care of guy.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
And she was always like, you know, oh, like, why are you going to the gym? Like, just stay in bed. And you know what? She'll enjoy the guy that stays in bed for a little bit longer, but, you know, when he starts getting a little chunky, he starts letting things go. what, I'm sure she'll be wishing that he'd get out of bed. And so, you know, it all ties back together. You don't really have to stress about who your ex is hanging out with, or if she's hanging out with a friend, if she's doing these things if you're secure in your own self. And so, taking care of yourself and self-improvement is the gateway to relieving yourself from a lot of our daily struggles with the way that handle others.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I totally feel you. Hold on, I'm trying to see who's in this stream. Oh, I got 1 like on our stream, so somebody hopped in and listened.
It's probably when I start talking about manscaping myself.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Tantalize you. What is his name? The communist.
Oh, communist. Yeah, he probably hopped in.
Oh,
he was like, I need to listen to this manscaping tutorial.
Yeah, I need to hear me some manscaping tutorials. No, we'll definitely have a little rendition of this where we go over some of that kind of stuff. We need to hop on.
I'm on YouTube.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So all this is recorded. Yeah. So it's gonna be. Yeah. So it's gonna. So like when I'm done, I'm gonna post it to YouTube. So it's kind of. Oh, it's Juan. Juan's in the chat.
Of course.
Juan's in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll definitely have to do some podcasts like that, just because it's important, and I see it so often. And I see the ignorance of it too so often. People are just tell them like, hey man, you know, if you have the same hair on your ass as you did from 8th grade, there's a problem with that.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Because your girl, or that girl that I was with, the school here, she didn't say anything. That's cool, man. I'm glad that you got away with it for a little bit, but shit ain't gonna last. Or if it does last, you know, if you're in a comfortable relationship like that, more power to you. More power to you. But, not me. Not me and not my boys. No.
Yeah. No, let's talk about something. So the apartment or the condo, right? It's gonna be a condo because it'd be nicer. Yeah. So yeah. No, so so I was telling my parents because you know they're kind of a little on the board of me moving back in with Dylan, right? They're like, "You sure you want to do that?" And I'm like, "We had nothing wrong with each other, besides the fact that it was just the dirtiness was the only thing that was wrong." Right, and it was hard. It was hard to keep it clean, and I get it. You know, it's me and Dylan's first apartment together. You know, we're excited. You know, we just overlooked the fact that hey, man, we're gonna bring women over here, and neither one of us gave a shit. And I'll say neither one of us because it was me too at some points. But you know, we were too comfortable, and that's something that we're gonna have to fix, or Dylan more so than me because I've already fixed it, but. I want to have this conversation before Dylan hops in about the dirtiness, you know. But then when he hops in, we could talk about the condo more on the other half of things.
Something that I've worried about myself.
Right.
Yeah, it's not in my house. No.
I told my parents, I was like, Eli said if he's gonna walk around once a week and if he finds one speck of dirt, he's whooping us. So.
Yeah, I literally bend you over the couch and give you the Britney treatment real fucking quick. It's just, to me, like, so, you know, if I'm going in and getting us a luxury apartment, I mean, and it is, you know, for the viewers, like, we're stepping up our lives, we're making an improvement. I'm coming back home for the first time in years, and I'm gonna get my boys something nice. You know, I'm getting us something really nice, and the last thing that we're doing was we moved into the Villa Suite. I mean, you know, this place is like...
It's like top of the line, yeah.
It's like, you know, until you start jumping into like high-rise apartments, like on the circle, this is it. It's about as nice as it gets. Now, if I put my name on that lease and we go in there, and the first thing that we start doing is tearing it up, like...
It's gonna be shitty, yeah. We want it to last. It'd be pointless.
It would be absolutely insanity.
Yeah, because
Something so nice. I mean, it's like driving. It's like if I bought you a Tesla. Would you instantly go and, you know, throw McDonald's all around it? Like,
no, that's something you wouldn't do. No, and I was telling my parents, you know, I was like, hey, this is like a stepping stone into getting a house. Like we're gonna see how how we differ here, and then we're gonna maybe down the road after like a year or two of living, or maybe we live in the condo for a while. Condos are nice. People live in those things their whole lives. Not saying that we're going to, because that's necessarily like impractical, because our generation doesn't typically stay in an area forever. We
Yeah,
usually
no,
we usually stay there for like.
it is it's a nice place, and I can definitely, my vision for this is just a place where, and we've talked about this, a place where we can all just sit and kind of recoup, we get financially strong, and head out when we need to head out from there, or stay. I mean, it's going to be something that we rent. So as far as I'm concerned, if I want to bounce, or if anyone wants to bounce, then the lease just gets transferred. As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, but
you guys have had some bad experiences with other apartment complexes, but I'm going to be handling the finances for you guys. So it's essentially what it's going to be is like a little box. I might get it like designed or something, a little box where it'll just says rent, and you guys just pop a check in there, or Venmo me, or whatever it is that we want to do. And that way, everything goes to me, but then I can handle all the finances, so that nobody's pulling a Chateau de Ville on me, whatever, right?
Oh yeah. My goals. Let's put this out there. That was mainly. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be like, oh, it was all Jake's fault, but it was mainly. He kind of was like, oh, we can get away with it and stuff, and so me and Dylan, being idiots that we are, we listened to him about that. And that was like extremely stupid to do. Because we probably shouldn't have listened to him about that, but
Right.
we did.
Well, no worries. There'll only be one voice of reason when it comes to finances here. And that will be yours truly, buddy. I've got it all taken care of. I've got several different gigs that I'm going to be doing as well, and then something that's purely on paper. And that alone will cover the rent. We're talking about, so the viewers know, we're talking about like an almost $2,000, like $1,500 place. But money just stretches so far in Indiana, it's ridiculous. I mean, that's from what I'm paying like literally just about $2,000 out here in Cali.
Yeah.
And so to be able to move into a place with, I mean, it's got a private lake view, 3 bedrooms. All the bedrooms are bigger than my master suite here. It's ridiculous. And so to have that big of an improvement with a rent decrease is insanity. So I've been able to handle finances for a place this expensive for many, many years now. It's no real big deal. And for us to then be splitting it 3 ways with the potential for add-on if anybody brings a significant other in, then we're really doing well. We can do a lot with our money. I know me personally, I'm going to do several upgrades financially. I'm jumping in on a new car, not like a brand new one, but new to me. So I'm excited for us to be able to upgrade. It's an upgrade.
Right. No. Yeah. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a big upgrade. I mean, it's gonna be definitely a big upgrade from when I had an apartment.
Yeah. Well, and then like you were saying earlier, with the niceties and with the upgrade, we want to treat it as such. So the apartment, to me, my apartment right now is immaculate. Like if you just ended up being at my front door right now, I would be able to open up this door to you on the phone, and you could go around my house, and I challenge you to find something more than like the 3 spoons that are in my sink right now. That's just the way that I've always operated, the way that I enjoy living, because when it comes down to it, like you want your folks over, you want your girl over, just want to walk into your house at the end of the day and not see Cheetos dug into the drywall. Like, you should be able to do that when you're living in such a nice place. And I don't really think that's a good problem from us. I think that we're all gonna kind of fly under the same banner, but when those problems arise, we just have to meet them. It'll be an interesting time. It will be.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It'll definitely be something new. I think it'll be fun. Because we're all
the day we're gonna definitely make it a fun experience.
yeah, and we're all gonna be we'll all have full-time jobs, generally speaking, and I mean I make decent money at my job right now, and who knows, by then I may have a raise. I may be making like $600-700 a check each week. So I'll be able to cover rent on one check. Like I'll be able to cover rent, all the utilities and the electric and shit on one check, and then be able to then the next 3 checks, I pay my car payment, and then I pay my my insurance and phone bill, and then the last 2 checks are like profit and savings. So I mean that's kind of how it is right now, except I don't pay rent, obviously, but if I did pay rent, it would it'd be kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean it's really just comes down to money management, but it's a great time in our lives when we're all making decent money. I don't know who makes the most out of us, but
Dylan does at this point.
How much does Dylan make?
52 a year.
Oh. No, honey, I make more money than Dylan.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Wow. Okay, I just jumped in. That's
okay. Yeah, we're talking mad shit about you, buddy.
That's fine. I'm used to it.
Welcome, buddy.
Yeah, fuck you, Dylan. No, I'm just kidding. No, but no, Dylan. So let's fill you in. We're talking about the apartment, how it's gonna work, and then basically we got done talking about what females earlier. We're just jumping conversations, like just different topics. So if you have a topic to bring up and you want to talk, just bring it up, and we'll just all bounce ideas. Bitches, you're still less than Eli, so you're not significant.
Yeah, well, I also live in California, where the cost of living is like 5 times higher.
No, you guys really do. You guys really have way more money to play with.
Yeah, but I mean, it all comes down.
About just a second ago, is how much we can do with the money in Indiana. Like, as some of you may think, like, oh, the world is so much nicer outside of Indiana. Yeah, it is. Don't get me wrong, but go vacation. Live somewhere cheap. Live somewhere cheap where your family's at, and then go vacation to this place.
Yeah, because it's 10 times cheaper.
I just still don't get out of the beach.
I mean, you're paying, what, 16 something for a 1-bedroom in California?
I wish I was paying 16 something. I pay almost $2,000.
Yeah, and I pay like 60% less for a 1-bedroom. It's just that everyone thinks California's so humorous and all that crap. It's just like, no, just spend like, you really want to be spending half your paycheck just to freaking for rent? It's insane.
It is insane. And
insane in the membrane.
Living somewhere else, you can take Cali vacation trips now.
Yeah, if you really want to go to California, vacation there. Like, I agree with Eli on that.
It's just too much. But everybody's obsessed, with the lifestyle that they think that it is. And then you find out that it's really no fun to just be like, oh, I live in California.
Yeah, no, yeah. There's a whole downside to living in Cali, but then there's a whole upside. At the same time, you got. It just sucks though, because the women out there, like you told me, are like higher standards. Like they hold their men no more.
No, I would say I would advise that. I would just be like, my mentality on California women is it all depends on where in Cali you're from, and then that goes with anywhere. If you go up and you talk to girls in Geist, it might be a different. different conversation than the girls you talk to in Gary. You know, it's just.
Yeah, it's
okay,
just
Eli,
location.
you don't want to be meeting any girls in Gary, right?
You go get them Pennywise girls.
Like, no offense to Gary, but I've heard nothing but bad things about them.
I've literally heard nothing but bad things about Gary, Indiana. God bless.
No, that's why I would want to find my girls in like Franklin. No, I'm just kidding. That's even worse. It's probably not as worse, but more equally.
You want to know, a hot area, no pun intended, is Greenwood, man.
Oh yeah, no, they're bad out there.
Bad,
Oh, bad. Yeah.
Disgusting. Where?
No, you know, out in Greenwood, you got those Cassie Capiti type girls. So if you like that.
I'm excited for you guys to start taking me back out to the bars and stuff.
Yeah, me and Alex had actually a really good fucking shit day on Friday night. It was actually very successful. Alex dared me to get this waitress's Snapchat, and like I was like, "There's no way." And she came up and was like, "Yeah, can I get your Snapchat?" She's like, "Yeah." And just pulled it out. I'm like, "Shit, that was easy."
Oh yeah, no. No, and guess what, dude? So when I was at the race this weekend, so I don't know if you saw my Snap story, but I was drunk for like 22, 23 hours straight. I don't recommend it. But it was fun. But I was at the race at the Indy 500, and I was like, I chopped it, dude. I went to the pits. You know Marco Andretti, the race car driver?
Yeah.
I was chopping it up with his wife, and I didn't realize it was his wife. And then I said, "Who are you here for?" And she was like, "Marco Andretti, the racer." I was like, "Oh, I'm not hot enough. I'm just gonna walk away now."
I don't think that there are people hot enough to take
Pretty
away
sure.
No, she's fucking gorgeous, dude. She's gorgeous.
Pretty sure Andretti's actually built a mansion out on Geist right now.
Yeah, he is. I talked to him about it. Because I was able to talk to a lot of the racers.
The only action you got there is maybe if you become like a pool boy or something and she gets real sad.
Oh yeah, no, I hope that happens. Just pray for me. Maybe it will. I got her number.
You should ask her to be your sugar mama.
I have her number.
Can you just tell me that you got Marco Andretti?
Yeah, because before I knew it was his wife, yeah.
Oh my god. You know he's gonna like.
He's gonna massacre me. Yeah.
He has the money to make somebody just kill you.
Oh, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that.
You can put a hit out on you, Alex.
That's fine. I'll just get green lighted. I'm not worried about it.
It's like a week from now, Alex McGrath is going down in the middle of Alex Road.
You guys are like, I wonder who that was by. Oh, probably that time he told us he got Marco Andretti's wife's number. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm not gonna do much with it. Besides, like a few, dick pics here and there.
Marco Andretti's wife's number. A week later, Damon Willis was gunned down in the house.
Everybody on this Discord server just gets hunted down just for affiliation.
Yeah, you guys get blamed for affiliation.
Eli Marsh was gunned down in California.
He was gunned down on Santa Monica Bay.
Nice.
You're like, at least I died at the beach.
Fighting class.
Oh, I got play of the game. Wow, sweet. Damn near type shit. Yeah, no.
You know how scared I am to sneeze in public?
Oh, I'm extremely scared because people are probably gonna be like, "Oh, you got corona, dude." Oh, you know what's crazy? Dude, I think they're lifting the mask mandate in Indiana.
They
on June 7th. No, like in Marion, they're lifting it in 7.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, because I guess they're gonna reevaluate the numbers or something.
Actually, per the CDC guidelines, it's lifted everywhere if you're vaccinated. So the CDC actually came out and said that if you're vaccinated, technically you shouldn't have to wear a mask.
Did you get vaccinated, Dylan? By chance? You should. It's free.
Not yet.
It's free.
I'm waiting
so.
until I have 2 days off in a row because I heard it.
Oh no. So just get the Johnson & Johnson, bro. It does not make you sick. It just numbs your arm up for a little bit. So what you want to do is like when you get that shot, you want to I recommend going to work out after it.
Well, Alex, it's also different people have different reactions to it. So I'm just trying to be careful.
I mean, I'm
not going into a 10-hour shift.
Oh no! Don't get the vaccination, but they don't have the vaccinations open until the weekends. You can't even go unless it's on the weekend. So just ask off the track, Indy 500 track. You just military people are actually there giving it out. It's pretty interesting. The Army.
I don't think that's true, Alex, because if that was the case, a lot of
Dylan, it is true. I literally just went there like 2 weeks ago and got it.
No, yeah,
no one has told me that.
Why don't you look it up?
Hey, some of my buddies are being sent out right now to Portland to go administer COVID vaccine shots, so it's actually happening.
So just look into it.
If it's actually happening, I'm talking about it.
Oh, I don't know. No, it's weekends. It's only on weekends. But you can go to you can go to Walgreens. I'm sure you can go to Walgreens during the day and just they can just pop that shot in your arm and walk out.
Oh yeah, Mike Kroger's doing them too.
Yeah, why don't you just get it done? Take a day off. No, take a day off. Go Saturday. Tell your work that you can't come in Sunday because you're getting the shot and you don't want to work 10 hours on it. You know, be realistic with it.
Alex, you act like I could just call my work and be like, hey, I'm getting a shot. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I mean, I did that.
Are they not letting people just get it? Like, if they're like, hey, I need to go get my COVID shot.
No, it's pretty widespread now, actually. It's just anyone can get it now.
Awesome.
Yeah, it just took 6 months because the initial vaccines were rolled out in January. It's just they can only make so many at a time at first. So at first there was only teachers and nurses could get them, and then there was older people in February. Blah 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 blah.
Well, no, at first it was healthcare and military. Cause
I got off the vaccine a long time ago.
Yeah, they got it first because military they're the test dummies for everything.
I don't even know if I necessarily need to get it, Alex, because you might be immune to it.
No, but they're requiring most people to get it to do basic shit now. It's so dumb. It's almost like getting the tetanus shot. It's a required thing.
I just don't even know what the point of me getting it is because I know me and Alex have been exposed to it at least 5 times and haven't gotten it. Jake had it. I was Aiden had it with us, Alex, remember?
Oh, he had it? Oh, I didn't even know Aiden had it. I mean, I know he had it. I didn't know he had it with us.
Isn't it just for kids that are scary or something?
Yeah, basically.
Hey guys, I'm gonna hop out for 5 minutes. I'll be back.
Alright.
Oh, nice. Okay, so now we could roast Dylan again. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I think Dylan should heavily get the vaccine just basically because most flying and stuff they require you to most flights require to have a photo of your vaccine or have the vaccine card showing you that you're vaccinated.
I think it's just what? They're gonna make us get him to play ball.
They're gonna make us get it regardless. You might as well get it now before they force you to get it.
It's an interesting dynamic, though. I mean, I've felt both sides of the argument. I really have felt I don't want to be forced into things. I don't like that whole mentality. But at the end of the day, if you got us that bad, that's the game we play. That's the reality of the world. Maybe I just want to be fucking happy while it goes down. Maybe I just, while the world goes to shit, I want to be able to go to the bar. Maybe I go to the bar.
Yeah, no, that's how I'm on it. I'd rather have it just so that way in case a bar or place is like, hey, fuck you, do you vaccinated? You know what I mean? Because what if they start making that a regulation instead of wearing masks? What if it's if you don't have your vaccination, you can't even come in?
Yeah, no, I really think that at some point they could get like that. I don't really know because I've been wrong about so much of this corona thing. Not trying to speculate on the virus itself, but speculating on the way people would handle it. And I've been wrong in this particular way, so at this point I'm just done trying to guesstimate.
Yeah, that's how I am. I'm just might as well be safer than sorry.
But you know what? I hate masks.
Oh, for sure.
I hate the culture too. I hate people that are acting now the world's scary for them. Man, the world was scary long before you thought you were going to get flu-like symptoms. And you know, like the flu takes out old people, the flu's taken out of populations. Maybe not at the same rate or whatever it is, but you know what? To be frank with anybody that's like super like it's like, we had Civil War veterans voting in the election, so when we decide that the counting in this country, we take polls, we take things, is perfectly 100% accurate, then I'll buy into it. But until then, I'm gonna call BS, man. I'm gonna call BS on a lot of stuff. In the hundreds of people that I come in contact with in the military today, all my friends back home, every single person, I've never met a single person that's had these stories where yes, it wiped out my whole family. Like,
yeah, no.
I mean, like, I've heard some people that are like, yeah, man, that stuff, it really sucked. It really was a hard illness. I was sick for like 3 days. But nobody's like, oh my gosh, yes, my entire genealogy was murdered. Like my apartment complex was just a ghost town. So I'm not buying. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. When I don't see dead people voting for our presidency, then maybe I'll believe that the government is taking an accurate account of things. But until then, you can't have my vote. You can't have my confidence, at least. But if I've never been, I'm not an anti-masker, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I just go with the flow. I just don't have the sharp opinions about things as other people do, and so if I see I've had people come into my store and they come in and they're like, oh man, I don't have a mask. I'm like, come on, got it, man, come on in. Gosh,
Yeah, it's not like the end of the world.
It's not gonna wither away and die, And if I got sick, man, I'll take the paid leave. I'll take the paid leave. Now, for people that have, people at home that they run a higher risk, older people or upright people, in my opinion, that's where the responsibility falls on you. That's your situation.
Yeah.
You wear a mask and you wear gloves. I don't have anybody at home.
Yeah, my grandparents, my grandma, she was like, I want you to get the shot if you come see me, and I'm like, okay. She's like, that's the one rule. You're not allowed in here.
That's your lifestyle. It's completely reasonable to be doing those things. And you know what? Hey, I'm totally down with the heightened sense of sanitation in the country. So I think that we should continue to do those habits, like wiping down surfaces and being cautious of how we spread germs. That's great. But when you start, when it's like, hey, pay to play, you've got to act like you are just as vulnerable as these people. And it's like, I'm 21 years old, in perfect health, and as much as anybody wants to say oh this, that, or that, I'm if you want to go to Vegas, that the coronavirus is going to kill me, if you want to go to Vegas on those odds, put your money down. Put your money down. I will absolutely take those odds. You know what I mean? And that's life. There's a far greater chance that I walk out to my mailbox and somebody just smashes into me.
Yeah, then you die.
There it is that I'm going to die of COVID. The numbers, people argue about that all the time, and CDC and everything. In my opinion, I'm not an expert, so I'm not going to argue with them, but I'm also not going to believe it. And that's where I want to draw the line, in case anybody's listening and oh, this guy's a fucking idiot. I listen to the regulations. I wear my mask. I do everything. I don't argue. I don't, say, well, that's, this or that should be done differently. I have those opinions privately, but where I draw the line is I don't have actual fear of it. I actually don't freak out. If I'm going to go see my grandmother, then I will bring her an N95 mask, because I have a few of them from the military.
Right.
And I'll go full blown, wear gloves and everything for house. But if I'm going over to your house,
it's different.
Or, or I'm walking past people on the street, no, I'm not going to wear my hazmat.
No, that's ridiculous. Yeah, no, that's a little too much.
And if I need to get the shot to go, if I need to get the shot to go outside and do things, then I'll get the shot. But I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, thank God I got the shot. I won't die. I'll be like, thank God I got the shot. That's not my mentality.
Dylan, what are you doing? I hear echo.
Oh, my fault. I'm in my car. Hold on. I'll turn it down. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with Eli. Like, me and Eli, I don't feel like we need it just because it's like, for people like us, it's like we get COVID, it's more or less a cold. But, you know, all of a sudden we have to go out and get this vaccination, and then, you know, when that comes health effects, you know, I've known people who said they did it and they couldn't get out of bed. It's just I don't understand the mandates behind it. Like, I guess you don't want to see it spread, but I mean, they should set it where if you're under a certain age, you shouldn't have to get it, because I don't know.
Well, but then then there goes the argument of once you turn that age, you're gonna have to get it regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be better to get it now versus, you know, than versus get it later.
I don't know. I know. It just goes into kind of how lately I've been feeling that America's kind of, you know,
they've gone soft.
It's not as much anymore. There's more and more things are becoming mandatory, and it's like, well, you know, stuff like that. So my first, not my first, but my individual right as an American not to want to get it and not to be forced to get it. Now you can say, oh, you don't have to, but I mean, if I don't get it, I can't do anything. So, I mean, is it, you know, it's just, I don't feel the need. I don't like the way things can go, certain things like that.
Yeah, I guess it's all my body, my choice until they want something done, right?
Yeah, no, I
mean,
feel that.
It's some big philosophical stand. I'm just like, if I have to get it, I'll fucking get it. But
yeah,
I just don't think.
totally agree with that. Dylan brings up a good point. Like, there's less things that we get to choose, is there not? Like, we don't really get to choose a whole lot.
Right. No, I get it.
But then, am I really gonna, like, you know, bust out the muskets and go to fucking, you know, war on it? No, I don't have the energy for that. But
well, it's not.
I think
it's just because. Even listen, Eli, you're right. Because even if you wanted to take action, like, you can't. It's not the fucking 1790s anymore, where, you know, if you have an issue with the law, you can just form a fucking militia and go attack the government. That's not how anything works. And I think that it could be because, I mean, it's just harder nowadays to make real change with anything.
yeah, you can hop on Twitter and be some kind of angry, offended person on the internet, but you know, there's already an army against you on Twitter.
Yeah, it's like we can't do this. Let me put an analogy out there. You can't force people to do what they want to do, but you also can't be a Xander. If that makes sense. You know, you can't be a Xander on Twitter or on Facebook and just roast people for not doing something. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big line in it, you know?
There's just people that take their opinions too seriously. Like, you know, when the CDC says something to me, that's great, but you know what? The CDC just said that if I'm vaccinated, I don't need my mask. And then you've got people who have been like, you know, this whole time, they're like, don't listen to the CDC, you're an idiot. Just listen to what the government officials are saying. And now the government officials are saying, yeah, man, chill out. Get your vaccination, you're good.
Right.
Yeah, and that I want to segue that for a second into, don't even get me started on Twitter, bro. Nowadays, oh my god.
People are snowflakes, bro.
People are soft as fuck.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what the terminology snowflake comes into play. That's why so many people are getting canceled nowadays, bro. Like, you go onto Twitter and you start arguing about things, you get canceled. Like, have you heard of that? Like, getting canceled and stuff in real world? Like, people shut you down so fast and then, like, we'll start arguing with you about things. And it's like, maybe you know more than them, or maybe they know more than you. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it's cancel culture. It's just,
I think it's stupid. I think cancel culture is stupid.
I cannot stand cancel culture. People are so offended by everything. It's just obnoxious. Let me look up the quote. Oh, I have a quote. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
You just.
What?
Are you there?
Oh no, he hopped out.
Why didn't you say something?
I don't know.
Oh, there.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is he
sorry
back?
about that. PH have hung up on mine, so.
Oh.
No, we were just talking about cancel culture and how stupid and dumb it is.
Oh man, don't even get me started on cancel culture.
I think it's dumb. You say one thing on accident, bro. People just come at your life, bro, for it, and then they won't stop.
Well, no,
and it's like,
it's just like it started. So it started on Twitter when people bring up old tweets about like celebrities, like I'm gonna make something up. This didn't happen.
no, just use David Dobrik. Use David Dobrik.
No, that's not a good example.
It just happened.
He deserves to be canceled. Like, did you see the shit that he did? It's like absolutely deplorable.
That's what I'm saying. He's a good example. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, so here's what happened. So here's just one of the many things that he did. So he recorded a vlog back in 2019. And it was a vlog where it shows like him and his friends having a party, and then they have these fans over. And
like in the middle of Corona.
His friend Dom, it's like Dom had a three-way, and it cuts to these two girls walking into Dom's room, visibly like so intoxicated they don't know what's going on, and he essentially has like unconsented sex with them, and David does nothing about it and encouraged it. And then at the end of the vlog, he says, "Thank you, David." And like, it's not a great explanation, but he's just been like, he lets his friends that aren't good people get into situations where they can take advantage of women.
Oh man, that's a bad example, Alex.
Why is that a bad example? It's an example. It's
we
just
were talking about people getting canceled for no reason. And then you said talk about David Dobrik.
Oh, they talk about the Note Boys. Note Boys got canceled for no reason.
No,
They just recently got canceled. Actually, they just recently got canceled because of their.
No, it's.
Go ahead.
No, it's cancel culture. It's just like bringing up tweets, for example, about years ago about a kind of racist comment. Now, again, it shouldn't be said, but like these things were said 8-9 years ago. Like, move the fuck on. Like, if this person's like moved on with their life, who cares about what they said 9 years ago? People change. Like, that's just, and that was the beginning of it. Nowadays, it's like so and so played this character, and now this community's offended in this TV show. And I'm like, okay, just fucking deal with it, you know? Like,
yeah, nobody's got any ability to play in the same pit together anymore. We're all like enemies like if you don't absolutely align with somebody's most radical opinions, then damn you to hell. It's kind of crazy.
yeah, and it just goes in that you can't talk about anything. Political views. Like, me and Alex just ran into a really, really good example of this a couple weeks back. We were hanging out with these chicks at Broderick Bowl, and there was two of them. It was me and Alex off to the side, and we were just talking. It looked like we were gonna like meet these girls, get their numbers. And all Alex did was say, "I just liked what Trump did with the military," because we were talking a little bit about politics. That's all he said.
Oh, I got canceled for it. Oh, I basically got canceled for it. Yeah.
They walked away. That's my problem with one of my biggest pet peeves with America today is you can't express your political views, and like, I'm not gonna fucking disown you because you like Trump or Biden. Like, it's okay to have opposing political beliefs. Nowadays, if you believe in the other party, if a bye friendship with whoever like believes another thing, it's even on Tinder, it's like swipe left if you like Trump. who gives a shit if you like Trump? I mean, maybe you don't want to have a relationship with someone that has the opposing political views. I get that, but like nowadays you can't even have, you know, you see all these YouTube and these videos on Facebook of, you know, people going to Trump rallies or Biden rallies and getting fucking shit thrown at them and all sorts of shit. And it's just like, why can't you just have an opposing political view or a view from somebody and it not turn into a huge deal? You know?
Well, it's like, isn't it? Don't you ever find yourself realizing people disagree with you? They're like, you know, they're the most aggressive rejection that you can ever get. You know, they want you, they hate you, they say terrible things about you, they absolutely walk away. But then if you disagree with anybody, and you know, I'm gonna say it straight out, especially leftists, like you disagree with a leftist agenda of any sort, be that whatever you choose anyone. They take it like you just spat on the Christians, you know, like it's like what Alex said. When he said the only thing I like, you know, I just like what Trump did with the military. That is something so
it's so broad,
so mild, so not social. It's not even a social issue. It's just a government.
And Eli, let me clarify. Alex did not say he liked Trump as a president or anything other than that.
Oh, hold on, wait, guys. I gotta introduce our guest. Okay, so we have a guest. It's one of my friends that I played video games with for a while. We did some YouTube. What was it? No, what was it? No, it's my other friend. What was it? Oh, a while ago, bro. You could talk. What was it? A while ago when we did it? Yeah, 2018, something like that. Yeah, it was way before this cancel culture shit ever happened. So,
yeah, well, welcome to our fucking debate here. But you can hop in whenever. But I totally agree with Eli. I'm gonna go out and say it too. Like I share a lot of the beliefs that leftists have. I have both. But I also have a lot of views from other, you know, the other side. I'm not free. I just want to clarify. I'm not either side. I don't consider myself.
Definitely me too. I'm completely not associated.
You know, I'm not associated with either. I like to look at it as I have my own opinion about different things. But you know, my issue with leftists, and especially liberals, like I mean, anyone listening who is a liberal, I don't have a problem with you. It's not a generalization, but it's more of I've seen this problem more with liberals than anyone else. It's just to Eli's point, you just can't disagree. And if you let's say even if me and Eli, not saying this is what we believe in, but if we walked up and said we like Trump, you're gonna get this leftist who's like, you're a piece of shit. He fucking blah 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 blah. And it's like, just because Donald Trump doesn't have a history of mistreating women doesn't have anything to do with how I feel as he is the president. Okay, you know, you can just like, it's just, I get it. You know, people do bad things. It's just people don't see the, you know, they think that there's just a thin, or you know, it's white and you know.
Black and white, yeah, black and white.
People just look at it as, I don't get it.
No, I don't get it either. I mean, you can't. And you know what? If I ever agree with anything that Trump did, it's not like me saying, oh yeah, well I would like to, you know, sit down and have dinner with him and be best buddies. It's just, there's certain things you don't like. I don't know why it has to be like, as Dylan was saying, black and white. Like every issue that comes up, I form a new opinion on. It's a different issue. You know, my opinion on what Trump used to say on his Twitter or this or that is vastly different than what I think about his military.
Yeah, it's very cookie cutter. Is that the right terminology? Is that the right term? It's like it's very fine. Yeah.
I've talked to a lot of women, and you'll see them, and they're angrily against him, and so that, you know, what that tells me is that he offended the female populace. So you know what? Maybe I don't take relationship advice from the guy. I don't know, but you know, just because he offended a group of people doesn't mean that I don't think that maybe like his tax code or maybe his military spending was smart. You know, it doesn't have to mean that, oh, because like Alex said, oh, I like what you do in the military, it means that, oh yeah, I also like to grab people by the
No, and it again, it was just very black and white. You know, when he got elected, half my fucking social studies class was crying, and they were all women. And I listen. I understand where you're coming from. Like, I get it. Like, I get their problem. Like, your American president is someone who has said that he likes to grab pussy. But again, just people think too black and white. You know, what I think it comes down to is people just aren't educated as well. They don't really look into what.
Nobody had anything to say about Joe Biden telling people that he likes kids to rub his legs in the pool. Like,
well, I don't know if you guys knew this. Joe Biden back in the 60s and 70s, or I think it was before. It was whenever the civil rights movement was going on. Did you guys know that Joe Biden was for segregation?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That was a lot of Democrats. In fact, you know, with all the, you know, green-haired people that are really upset about what Trump says about the sexual community, he was the only candidate for several months that did not openly speak out against gay marriage. Like, it's very bizarre. He was the only person that, from the beginning, has been like, I don't care what you do.
Yeah, right. Hey, you can jump in at any time too if you have anything to say. Yeah, I mean, I know you're younger than us by a good amount, but
I think what it comes down to is just, you know, nowadays people aren't as educated because you see all these white females going, they hate Trump. They don't really look into what Trump's done. I mean, I think it's funny. They all want Biden. They're like, fuck Trump. And I'm like, well, you're going to get taxed more with Biden.
Well, now everybody's confused about why, you know, you're spending, you know, $5 on gas. Crazy. But, you know, my thing is that I want to make it clear for anybody listening. We haven't said this in a while, and I think it needs to be said again. We are people that have very dull opinions. Like, we're not, like, here to stab people. Me and Dylan are both, you know, we don't associate with political classes, you know, like Republicans or Democrats. And I've dated and hung out with plenty of very beautiful people that love Biden. And, you know, they love both liberals and liberals. But at the end of the day, there's two people sitting in this room with them, and one of them can say whatever they want, whatever political opinion they want, and one person can't say any of their political opinions, and that's the issue. Because if I said anything about being, you know, a more right-wing person or anything like that, they would absolutely blow up. And so that's what I'm saying. That's the mental issue with the left, is that they do not know how. Somehow they lost the ability to play nice. They were never.
Yeah, and that's where I side more with the right in this certain belief. It's like I feel like the right has had a lot more success with being like debating the left. Like you see, like I'm not fans of these guys. I just think they do certain debates in the right way. But like, this guy's a fucking moron a lot of the time. But I am going to give credit to Ben Shapiro. I don't agree with what a lot of the things he says, but he does. When he goes into, he's very right. When he goes into a school, they shit all over him. But all he really ever does is he debates people. He's not rude. He's not, you know, he doesn't belittle you. He doesn't scream at you.
He's like he's like a nicer Xander.
He literally wants to have Xander. No, he's nothing like Xander.
No.
Loud and liberal.
No. He's a nicer. He's like the opposite of Xander. He's like the one who's more reasonable and concise with his arguments. You know, he doesn't like belittle you. Is like what you're saying.
I don't care about people's emotions. Like Dylan's saying, he doesn't belittle people, he doesn't scream people. Like, I don't give a damn what you feel about anything. I don't care if you want to marry your pink, you know, crop. Like, I don't care. If you want to have sex with your couch, go for it.
Go be a fucking donut.
Child you ever have, also go for it. I don't care about your opinion. I care about the facts behind an argument. And I've just always seen the right be able to fight the facts better.
All right, let's change the topic. Let's change the topic because we're gonna get too deep into this one. No, we're gonna get too deep into this topic.
This is a great
topic.
No, I know, but let's change the topic so our guest has something more to hinder on. I don't want to, because we got to make it a well-rounded, podcast where everybody has things to talk about.
But this podcast get into the real deep subject.
No, I know, but we need to save it for when Eli gets back. You know what I mean? Yeah, we can talk about porn. You want to talk about porn? Let's talk about fucking, dude. Let's talk about Lana Rhoades and fucking that breakup. Oh, you don't know that breakup?
I don't know.
Yeah, me and Eli aren't very up to date on all the YouTube drama.
Oh, okay, yeah. I only listen to podcasts about the YouTube drama, so I can figure it out. Because this whole YouTube boxing thing is fucking stupid.
All I know is that Alex supports a guy who speaks fucking nothing but pure trash and killer Keemstar. Keemstar's a piece of shit, Alex.
I don't, dude. I listen to more FaZe Bank and Clown side of things on that. I don't really listen to Keemstar.
I didn't get to tell you earlier on the phone, but let me just tell you the most recent things he's been doing. He calls out rape victims and says he doesn't believe them. Like, who the fuck does that shit? But anyway, Alex, you're good. I'm just messing.
Oh, on topic of all of our favorite pastimes, right? You can lie, but whatever. We've all fucking done it.
Okay, let me set the record straight.
What is your guess? What's your name, buddy? Yeah.
Oh, you just call me
Joey, perfect. Joey, my friend. Where are we at with our life right now? What's that looking like? Pretty extensive, pretty mellow.
Average.
No, where did you answer it?
Oh, you said average.
Yes.
Oh, pretty average. Oh. So I've always been curious, boys, girls, whatever. What is the stigma behind? Is it because we're pretty open-minded, so I don't think we're good. We're not a good gauge. People think that. Is that something that's really openly discussed? Like, are people pretty comfortable saying oh yeah?
It's getting better. It's getting better. I've been here. It's better. It's better in the last couple of years. It's been, you can easily more talk about it. It's like,
I think it's more of, it's as our culture has been becoming less and less abrasive towards sexualization.
Yeah.
In the 50s, watching porn was super weird, but
I don't even think porn was a thing in the 50s.
Frowned upon. So yes, Eli,
porn's been around better.
No, I mean, yeah, but porn in the 50s was more like magazine porn, like Playboy and stuff.
Yeah, probably.
That was more of the 50s.
I think that it's interesting to see more and more women talking about their porn, their feeling on porn, and their participation in it. Not in the making of it, but in the watching of it. Because I would say, if you asked me, even 5 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, no, the girls probably don't watch. There's a handful of girls who watch porn, and now I'm definitely like, no, a majority of women watch porn and might just not want to tell you that.
I've heard girls talk about porn.
Yeah. And it's crazy. As I was growing up, I think everybody had this. I just didn't realize how sexual women can be. Women are, you know what? So the female viewers out there, you're nasty. You're nasty, and you know it. The things I can hear some women talk about is just like, I would never.
You know what I heard?
My friends have G-rated conversations compared to some women out here like, suck the soul out that motherfucker.
Dude, you know what I heard? You know what's crazy? So, you know what I heard about recently is, you know how the whole stigma about men cheating on women, women think men cheat so much? Well, dude, no. Think about it this way, bro. I just recently learned this from listening to my 7 million different people I listen to on podcasts. I listen to a bunch of different people. It's not just Keemstar. But no, they were talking about how women Lele Pons. I don't know if you know her, Dylan. You probably know who Lele Pons is, but she was talking about how when she gets in a relationship, she tends to cheat. She was openly saying that she cheats quite a bit, but she'll let the guy know before she cheats. Now, Is that right?
That's fine.
I don't, but I don't think. But no, I mean, she breaks up with them, right? She doesn't just like cheat on him and then, it's that. Like, but she was like, it's easier for women to cheat just because there's not an emotional connection. They just want a dick in their box,
Oh yeah.
right? But men when they cheat, it's like they think that we look for an emotional connection with that girl, so like we tie ourselves away from a different girl. So they're like women are more inclined to cheat because there's no emotional connection.
See, that's so weird because I would always assume that women were more of an like their sexuality is so tied to their emotions. I mean, I've had girls that like you can give them almost it's like during sex, it's really an emotional dance. It's less of like, oh, rail me out. I mean, there's that aspect too, of course, but if you can tap into a girl's emotions, if you can make her feel connected to you and cared about and cherished by you, they'll melt. They'll ruin your kids. But guys, it's there, but it's not nearly as much. I mean, in my experience, as you boys know, my vast experience with infidelity. Sorry.
Yeah.
My vast experience with infidelity, I never once had an emotional connection. I care less.
Right.
The girl that I was, not being good to, still, no matter what anybody fucking tells me, like, still had my heart. She just didn't have my mind or anything below it at that time.
There's just always something to be said about that. That's one of the things where I'm really happy where our big community and our nation is going. I think that just comes with the sexualization of our culture, and that's why certain things can be more normalized in that sense.
Yeah, I don't really care so much about the sexualization of our nation. Some people have an issue with that. I don't have an issue with that.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not an issue. I don't have an issue with that. That's not what I meant. I'm explaining the rationale derived where you said, is it becoming more normal to talk about porn? Well, yeah.
No, we're agreeing. Yeah, we're agreeing. I'm just saying. I was just agreeing with you. I was almost reiterating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. And you know what? The thing, it takes a lot of pressure off men now because it's like, well, do I really have to pretend like, at one point in my life I didn't even know if girls felt the same way. I'd be little like 8th graders and didn't know that was a thing. Of course, I was a child, and as I've grown up, of course, your mindset has changed. But you don't. As a man nowadays, you don't have as much confusion. Like, just don't be creepy. Do A, B, C, and D with your hygiene, and you'll more than likely have sexual experiences here and there. Pretty nice. But at one point in everybody's lives, there was like the other sexuality and sexualization was a big, huge blank. Like what do girls even like? What do guys even like?
Right.
Now they just want to be able to let their farts out and eat dino nuggies with you on the couch. That's some hot shit right there.
Oh, is that what happened to you in like all your cookie cutter areas? You're just like, fuck it.
I'm telling you, man.
I'll eat dino nuggies with you.
It's a girl who just start relaxing, date night, mac and cheese night. Woo! That's it. You want it.
I've had my fair share of mac and cheese nights.
Mac and cheese, man. It's a sex language. I don't care what anybody says. You got vibrators, you got dildos, you got everything, but if you don't have
Mac and cheese, you're not doing it.
Mac and cheese, but you're not having sex. You're not doing it.
Oh yeah, you're not doing it right. You gotta have that mac and cheese.
There's no dino nuggies in bed. What are you doing?
Who knows?
People raging.
Alex, you're the mediator. Fucking make me mediate.
About what? I mean, I'm a mediator in our friend group. not no. This is for everybody. This is for literally everybody. This is anybody. If anybody has anything to say, just say it. This is an open podcast. I mean, we don't have a really dignified topic right now.
Well, usually when we do ours in the script, I kind of would like it would be easier to follow a topic.
Well, yeah, no. This is like I said, Dylan. I told you this earlier. This is just like a warm up to get everybody's ice broken, and like get just random things thrown out so I can hear what you guys have on your mind. And then it'll be more, played out of a topic per se.
I can already tell our three have a lot to talk about. We can do some good shit on our.
Well, this is what I was just telling Alex. I think that we need to hop on some YouTube videos and sit down and go road style.
Yeah, and I'm on YouTube right now, so this is kind of.
I honestly have the conversation me and Eli have had probably so already.
Man, dude, I'll tell you what.
Remember that one time, Eli, we were on a road trip and like we got into a conversation that we were so invested in, like 6 hours went by?
Yeah, no, literally 7 hours of driving and
like we just started getting into like this topic of actually this could be a good topic for all of us to talk about, Alex. Me and Eli had a good long conversation about this. What would you do if you could go back in time and relive your life knowing what you know now? So
I would not be where I'm at right now.
for example, you would have all the knowledge you would have, but and then you would put back into like a fucking 5
yeah, you have your sane mind transferred to your 5-year-old body.
Yeah. I'd probably definitely be different. I mean, I'd probably focus more on helping people versus, bringing not like helping people. I mean, I'd be rich as fuck, but I'd want to. I'd want to make more things.
So you're in that same situation with an adult's mind. Is it perverse of you to have sex before you're 18?
No. Wait, what do you mean? What?
You've got a 22-year-old's mind. You're gonna have sex with a 14-year-old girl.
Oh fuck no. Yeah, no, never mind. No, okay. I didn't understand that. I wouldn't do that.
But you've got a 14-year-old.
But wait, am I 14?
Yeah, you're 14.
But I just have my mindset as a 14. Oh yeah, then I'd fuck a 14-year-old. Yeah, why not? I mean, I have stipulations on this though. No, I have stipulations on this. Dylan, fuck you. You do the same thing. I wouldn't take advantage of my knowledge to have sex with a 14-year-old, but I would relive that moment and maybe change it on how I played it out in my age now.
Actually, it's a fun thing to play around with my head.
I probably have about 15 minutes.
The system, bro. Because when I was 5, fucking, there's a lot of shit not invented yet that I didn't invent. I could go back in the day and just fucking quit DoorDash or something to be a millionaire.
That's true. Yeah. No. So if you're,
I think that we're thinking a little too small, to be honest. We're talking about making, we're talking about fucking 14-year-old girls.
oh, dude, no. I do this, bro. I'd go back and what I would do is I would go back and I would invest in things that I didn't invest in then. Like Bitcoin and shit like that, or like.
Oh, I just go buy like 100 Bitcoin.
I'd go buy Bitcoin. I'd go buy Pokemon cards. I'd start collecting them, dude. Because that's everything that's now. That's what's mainstream. NFTs, Pokemon cards, dude. There was some dude. Somebody had Pokemon cards, and then they moved. Or FaZe Banks. FaZe Banks had a bunch of Pokemon cards. He moved, lost them all. Guess how much he said he could have made off of one of his cards now? He could have made $800,000 right now if he would have had that Pokemon collection still. Like,
Dude, fuck Pokemon. Do you know how much you can mine Bitcoin for nothing? And now one Bitcoin is $32,000. So what I would do is fuck all that stupid Pokemon shit. I would just go get 1,000 Bitcoin and buy all the fucking Pokemon cards I want.
Fuck 1,000 bitcoins, get $1,000 worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah, dude, that's like
'Cause Bitcoin
20
was
million.
worth $1. Yeah.
You'd be rich, dude, if you had $1,000. Yeah.
Yeah, I would save my allowance for so long and then just buy. I would buy Bitcoin the second that it started. You know, when it was at point whatever.
Like
I would
.0008. Yeah.
Day, every minute, every day, every second, I would beat the shit out of the homeless for chump change to buy Bitcoin.
No, I would.
I would be that guy that's like, you know, I see you like put change in like a St. Vincent's jar or something. I'd be like, give me that fucking shit. Cancer kids don't know what the fuck to do with these two things. I know what to do with these two things. I'd be rich. I'd be rich.
Yeah, then you'd never have to work.
I'd go to hell, but I'd be rich.
I'd be a rich person in hell, I guess.
Yeah, I'd be rich as fucking hell.
Fuck, I
Well,
just
sure,
wanted to
but-
look.
There's people that like, let's say you change your life, right? There's people that you know now that you might not know if you go back. Right?
That's true.
People that you don't really, and then you know who they are. You don't know where they or what they're doing.
That's a good point.
Unless you do.
I would just probably organically recreate the situations where I met those people.
I mean, do you remember every single situation in your life?
No, but like for example, I mean I know you and I know Eli and Alex. I know who they are as people. Like I could just be like, I know what they're into, like what kind of shit they're into.
No,
You're
you
friendly guy.
gotta think, man. Knowing you, if I came to you like, I fucking know you from the future, bro. We're gonna make millions. Like this kid's fucking stupid, but you would still hang out with me.
Yeah, I know, right?
Do you know,
I would
Dylan?
Depend on the person as well.
Yeah, I would just tell him everything about himself. I'd be like, Alex, I know everything about you. Dylan, I know everything about you. How do you think I know that? No, I'm from the future.
Wait, do you guys think that's possible though? Hold on, do you guys think time travel is a real thing? Because there's a lot of people coming out and saying that they're from the future now.
Okay, so
Simpsons.
I know a lot about this.
Simpsons.
My dad said he was going after smokes. Never came back.
But now I know.
But now I know.
But now when your dad does it, you're like, hey dad, guess what? Don't go for smokes, bitch.
He didn't have his mask, so he couldn't get in, couldn't get back. So that's how it be.
Time travel is theoretically impossible going backwards, but it is possible to go forward.
And it's definitely not possible in the respect that we're saying, where it's like it's just your consciousness traveling back to another, you know, physical state. That's not happening. But it would be so cool, man. We would be so successful. You know, that or we'd be ladies.
Honestly, just get a bunch of Bitcoin, keep it, become a prodigy, do well in school.
Nah, man, I wouldn't even care about school. 'Cause I know the big money plays to make. Like, I'd probably be the guy that fucking shits on my teacher's desk. Like, I'm investing in Bitcoin, you know, fucking whenever it started. Like, I'm set. I'll be alright.
Yeah, no, I'd just get enough Bitcoin so I'd never have to work. I'd just be able to travel and do whatever the fuck I want.
And didn't Bitcoin, even though it's still like $30-something thousand, did it take a dive recently?
Yeah, it did. It went from 48,000 to 36,000.
Man, I would buy my entire adult life until it's at that point, and then I would sell out. And you know, we're talking just a disgusting amount of money. It would be truly disgusting.
Oh, I would be filthy rich right now. I would be so rich that I could just drop everything and play video games my whole life or stream my whole life. You know what I mean? Like, I would just do streaming if I had bought Bitcoin back in the day. Like, if I knew, like, if I
had that absurd amount of money, I honestly would all do that. But I would be the one to be like, I want to play video games.
No, not play video games, but like,
I'd probably go place. I'd travel the world. I still want to do that. I want to see everything.
Okay, well, let me put it this way. I wouldn't travel. I agree with you, but I wouldn't travel the world too quickly, if you know what I mean, right? Like, because there's traveling the world, and then there's going too fast to where you ruin the rest of your life. Because then you know everything. You know what I mean? It's kind of
everything. Because at a certain point, whenever you pass 2021, you're not gonna know anything about that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that is true.
Our prodigy stage is completely limited to whatever time period we refer back.
So, Alex, it'd technically be like we go back like right now. And then once it hits this day, you're going to be
everything's narrowed down.
done. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So I would definitely travel, before, because you don't know. I mean, tomorrow, the day after you revert back, could have been, the apocalypse. So I'm living big as quickly as I can. But you gotta think. So you go into Bitcoin from as early as possible. Literally. You're
1 penny.
on the internet for the mention of Bitcoin. Like you're on the first stock app, just like looking for Bitcoin, and the second it pops up, you're buying. You're gonna make so much money in this scenario that it's not even fair. I mean, it's not even comprehensible. You're gonna be so absolutely set. That I think you should travel. Like, if you had that kind of money, get the fuck out. Like, go do something. I'll tell you what.
Ironically, though,
I would just have all that money immediately put into some PPLIs, some really nice annuities and indexes, and just watch that stuff grow. I just make all my money grow, and spend whatever is left after my investment on hookers and fucking blow, my dude. No, probably not blow. Hookers and travel, absolutely. Women are my great drive. They're top of all outside my house.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe like once in a while, it's kind of a lifetime blow, but not like all the time. That's...
No, probably. I'm probably hookers. I don't know how do you guys feel about hookers?
STD. That's the only word that comes to my mind.
STD.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fair word.
I mean, okay, let's talk more about like escorts and hookers. So, I mean, same diff, but more higher caliber.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I think STD immediately.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, once in a while, like on a bachelor party or like, special occasions, it might be nice, but like, I know a lot of people who are like, man, I want to fuck tonight. I'm gonna go get me a hooker. I'm like, yeah, nah, that's not how I'm gonna live.
No, that's too expensive for all that. Too expensive for all that. But I don't know. My issue with it is I don't want to be patronized. I don't want to like if you like me, you like me. If you don't like me, then what? I don't want you.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna have to cut the podcast in 10 minutes. Just I need to hop in the shower. I got work at 6 a.m. They still got me coming in. It's bullshit. But no, but let's yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, hookers every now and then, but not like the clean hookers. Because obviously, if I had my mindset and I went back, I time traveled back to when I was 14 with my mindset, I would know which ones to look for. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be more. I'd have more of a diverse selection versus now with my mindset, I'm like, all I think of is, what Joey said. All I think of is, STDs, AIDS, like gonorrhea. You know what I mean? I think of all like the diseases that I could get from, fucking around with the street whore, as per se is what they're called.
It wouldn't even matter. You wouldn't have to buy hookers with how many women would want to sleep with you with the absurd amount of money you have.
Well, right, but then you still gotta, you still have to watch out. No, so tomorrow, you guys thinking, if you guys want, we could do around the Dylan. What time? You're off at 8, right?
No, I'm off tomorrow.
You're off tomorrow. Okay, I just had baseball practice at I think 4:30, 4:30 to like 6. So I think after that we could hop back in, and if you guys want, I mean, we still have 9 minutes to talk, but if you guys want, like at the end of when I get home, we can hop back on and you guys can think of some topics, think of an absolute direct topic you want to talk about the whole time. We could talk about that.
Yeah.
We could talk about like simulation theory. Like me and Dylan had a conversation about that when we were drunk. didn't really go well because it was fucking hella noisy. But we did have some good topics though. We had some good topics in between it, Dylan, right? I mean, we talked about some decent shit about how it could be a whole played out simulation. I know you don't agree with it, but
hard to talk about that for an extended period of time. It's just a theory, really.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay. So then, why don't we do this? Why don't so tomorrow, we all hop on again, but we have a formulated idea of what we want to like talk about. You know what I mean? Like,
we might as well. We want to get good at this, and we want to start doing it when Eli gets back.
Yeah. So this group chat that we're in right now, you guys can definitely post in the post in it. You could type in the chat and whatnot, and you could just type about topics. I mean, I'm on my phone most of the time at work, anyways. So you guys could just like throw ideas out, and we could all like figure out which one we want to talk about.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Talk about, so we got 8 minutes. What do you guys want to end off with? What do you guys want to discuss?
I'm on Tinder right now, so talk about Tinder.
I just got a match with this chick that I super liked, and I'm really happy about it.
That's awesome, bro.
Nice.
Her name is I can't remember that well. But
No, you don't have to say her name. Yeah, that's one thing about this podcast. It's like, let's try to like, if it's a name you don't want to speak, don't speak it. But if it's a name that you want to openly, if you want to say it, you can. Obviously, if it's a girl, if you want to keep her hidden, keep her hidden.
Mrs. McAllister.
Yeah, I mean, just make up a name. Make up a name. Be like Jeanette. This girl Jeanette I matched with. I don't know.
Alex's mother.
Yeah, my mother. Sure.
I matched with Elaine.
Yeah. Okay. That'd be wild. That'd be something funny.
Dude,
No, but
I would be me and Regis would be having a conversation.
oh, you wouldn't have a conversation. You'd be dead.
No, I would be. Regis, your wife is on Tinder.
Oh, I was like, oh, you'd be dead. No, for sure. I mean, yeah. I haven't been on Tinder lately. I'm actually banned on Tinder. Can you believe that? I'm banned from Tinder.
I'm actually not that shocked. What did you do?
I don't fucking
I had a
know.
fake account as well, and I got banned.
I think I made a fake account. I think that's what it was.
That's
Oh,
bad,
did
man.
Or I
No,
tried.
it's not, Alex. You didn't have a face.
Yeah, I did. I didn't even have myself on it. It wasn't even me on the profile.
You were sending mad dick pics. weren't you?
That's what everybody thinks, but no. I mean, I don't. Dylan can attest. I match with a lot of girls, but like I don't talk to most of those girls that I know of.
Yeah, you don't.
So like I don't know how I got banned. That's the weird thing.
Why would you not talk to 16 men?
Well, it's mostly I reach out to them and then like it fails. Not it fails, but most girls on Tinder don't respond on Tinder right away. It's weird.
That's a topic right there, dude. How do you guys open up on Tinder?
I do what you say to do.
What did I do?
The key.
You say, "Hey, sexy, let me send you my dick." No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
What I like to do is open up with something original. Like, don't just be that, like, don't say hey or hi or hey, you're beautiful. Because every fucking guy in the world is going to fucking say something like that. Say something I say something that's going to get her attention. So, I'm going to throw out an example. I matched with this chick. Her name was Bob.
Hella hot.
I forgot we're doing fake names. Her name was I can't even think of a fake. I'm an idiot. Her name was Jeanette, like Alex just said, right? And instead of saying hey or hi or some generic dumb shit like that, I go, that shake in your fourth picture looks very appetizing. And that instantly evolved into a conversation about our favorite restaurant just because she's like, oh yeah, this is from this restaurant. Have you ever been there? And I'm like, no, I haven't tried it, but I have to go because that shit looks good, It's all about, I like to go with that approach. I like to go with the, say something that stands out.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a study though. If you put exclamation points after things that you say on Tinder, you're more likely to get a response. It's weird.
I tell you what I always do, and I almost always get a response. So let me go to my bio real quick. First of all, I just matched with somebody that I literally hang out with later tonight. It's pretty wild. I already met her in person, and then I met her on Tinder after that. So I said, and I'm trying to be funny. So you guys tell me what you think about this. So far, it hasn't ruined anything. It hasn't really done anything. But I said, sure, you may be a master debater, but I'm a learning linguist. Wink. Rule 1, my puppy is responsible, so he will make the final decision on you. And if you don't fork with my puppy, then I don't fork with you. And then whenever girls like that, the first thing I say to each and every girl is, well, now you've got to meet my puppy. It's rule 1. And, I say, like, with, in, like, 2 parts, I'll say, like, well, now you have to meet my puppy. Well, laugh emoji, send that. And I say, rule 1, laugh emoji, send that. Because, like Alex was saying, they say, like, if you use exclamation points, you just seem more personable.
Yeah, you seem more approachable.
I shit you not, I just almost copy and paste this to absolutely every girl I've ever matched on. And so far, I'm up to, like, I just got it with Brigham. I got it like 3-4 days ago. And I haven't had, like, almost anybody not answer, oh my god, yes, can't wait, or, whatever it is. So, that shit is...
Well, I have to throw...
Yeah.
I'll have to throw Willie on my bio.
Yeah, it's absolutely worth.
Good idea, Eli. I'll use Willie for that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Sex Bob. How much so?
Yeah.
Duke Marsh, that's fucking hilarious.
Right on. I am Bruce Washington. I was an insider from when my last appointment. We all got super slapped after being crazy. We all came up with stupid names for each other.
I am Duke Washington, the Earl of Hamama. Shit.
Well, my lords.
Yeah, I think that wraps up today, and then we can. Yeah. I think that's
Alex,
good.
it's bedtime, guys. You gotta get going.
No, see, I gotta be responsible here because I gotta be able to hold my job.
No, it's your bedtime. That makes sense.
It's not. I'm actually, I'm about to pop. No, no. They don't want me in bed. It's just it's the shower time. It's the shower, fun. Eli.
Is that where you're
Eli.
I don't like that you just said Eli's name while also describing being in the shower.
No, okay. Eli.
Yeah,
no.
You love that, don't you?
Yeah, no, it's my favorite time of the night. No, I do need to take a shower though. I kind of slacked yesterday. Gross as fuck for doing that, and I kind of went to work. I went to work slacking on that.
What I'm talking about, there's no one listening to us right now. I guarantee you that. But
No, I'm glad. No. There's no women listening. No, dude, I got lazy, bro. I think I was just so fucking tired, bro, from the weekend. I just came on. I went to bed.
Women
I said,
will
fuck it.
be listening to us because we'll become famous because we're smart.
Yeah, no, for sure.
no, we're screwed.
It's like we're all excited. Eli comes home, and like a year from now, we're just like, all right, podcast number 32. Hello, 4 viewers.
Yeah, right.
Hello.
Podcast.
Hello, homeless.
What do we call our podcast?
We finally got the homeless people to listen.
It's been our parents the whole time.
Yeah, they're just like hopping in the chat listening. All of our parents do. There's our 4 viewers.
Good job, Eli, Alex. You guys did great today. All right, we're gonna get off. We're kind of bored.
Yeah, and then they, and then they, then you get a phone call. Dylan gets a phone call during the podcast. It's his dad. Dylan, son, I need Dylan. And he's like, turn. And then Eli's mom calls or something dumb, and she's like, Eli, what the fuck? You left the fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the counter before you left? The hell is this? I'm like cleaning up your mess. me, it's like, me, it's like.
I'm leaving peanut butter jelly sandwiches on the counter. I think he should be fucking chastised on a podcast.
Yeah,
So.
there'll be no fucking Jim. Fucking Jim.
I feel like one of us is. No, so what's cool about the podcast that I listen to is like if they get phone calls on the podcast, they usually answer them and put them on speaker if they like or they don't answer them, and it's just kind of like a guest in a way. Dylan, your phone calls are different because you get mainly like business calls, so like I probably wouldn't throw those out unless Aiden calls you or something, or like Xander or somebody.
Yeah, I don't do it probably business calls.
Yeah, most of my calls are business too nowadays. Like you guys are the only ones that call me that aren't like business calls. I mean, unless it's like about something that we need to do. But
what business is calling you, Alex? Chuck E. Cheese calling to tell you you're not allowed back?
yeah, I got kind of banned there. I was sucking my own dick on the slide, and they kind of caught me. So
Fun fact:
Chucky called me.
From Monkey Joe's.
Yeah, no, you told me that. It's fucking. I think I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I think I'm actually banned from Monkey Joe's too. I pushed a kid down a slide, the really big slide in the back. If it's still there, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I got banned too, because I haven't been there since then, and I've always like wanted to go, and my parents have like neglected taking me, like when I was a kid.
I banned from a Chuck E. Cheese in like Avon because I was going down the slide and accidentally like pushed another kid off the slide and he broke his arm. Like I was only like 19 at the time. Like it's bullshit.
Yeah, no, I think no, I don't know.
Bunch of fucking bullshit, you know? Like
It's those damn snowflakes, bro.
There's no age limit. They don't say you can't be this old. So what?
My issue is that they just it's false advertising. They don't have an age limit, and when you go in there and you're above their imaginary age limit, they get all freaked out.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with the 22-year-old wanting to go down a big bouncy
bullshit.
slide?
It's bullshit.
What if I want to relive my fucking childhood? I just can't go
Saying that
into the slide.
There's some random magical age that you hit where you can't wrestle with little boys sweating in the ball pit because it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, like why all of a
No
sudden
one
do I
told
get
me.
looked at funny?
Is it weird to hit on people's moms in Monkey Joe's? Like, come on now. I got banned for doing that.
That'd probably be the place like look, your kid's a bitch and go get reeled out of the bathroom and stress relief.
Yeah. I was
And they're like, no, and they mace you, and then you're double kicked out of Monkey Joe's.
yeah.
We're there in the first place.
And then you get friend zoned by all the other moms, and then you're like even you're triple banned.
Or why is it so taboo to flirt with a female security guard escorting you out? Like, why is she so fucking high and mighty?
What else is she gonna do with that nightstick?
Yeah.
Like, what's the
That's
problem? What is the fucking taboo with saying I want that up my ass later? Like, what?
Yeah.
She's already got the handcuffs. I mean, she's really asking for it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What Chuck E. Cheese can I go to now? I've already been trespassed from like 3 of them.
You know, Chuck E. Cheese,
How?
I think that they're going out of business.
They reopened because I saw.
No, they reopened. Dylan, remember I went in there for a DoorDash order.
No,
Ew, what the hell?
well, yeah.
Picked up
Before I
a
got my
pizza.
job at, before I got my job at this restaurant, I'm not gonna say where I work just in case, but when I was looking online, they had a job posting for Chuck E. Cheese, so I think they're reopening.
Wow, that's craziness. Wait, question, Alex.
Yeah.
How many people are listening to this cursed conversation right now?
Well, once I post this video, probably like 16 or 19 people will view it. Typically, I have like 20 viewers, but
Okay,
right
well,
now.
they can't do the blatant sarcasm.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine because that's how podcasts are. It's just a bunch of like, it's PG-13. It's not, I don't want to make it R-rated, because we're not going to slur inappropriate words that we're not, because
Oh, we've already
we're not.
experienced
No. We're not cultured, if you know what I'm saying. To like slur the other word. Do you know what I mean?
Meanwhile, freaking liberal fucking Denise is gonna be on the other end, like, they're talking about playing with children. I'm gonna expose them all over Twitter.
Nah, dude, we're gonna get those. We're gonna get those fucking. We're gonna get those.
I need a distraction from being 300 pounds and have no boyfriend.
we're gonna get Karen in the
Expose
comments.
Denise, I already did expose myself.
Yeah, I already exposed myself. No,
Take
wait.
off your emo fucking neckband and your fucking
No, Eli.
your
No.
rainbow hair. Get out of here.
Eli, what's wrong? Eli, what's wrong with being arrested by a female cop and just whipping the old dong out and walking with her side by side? I mean, come on now, like I got indecent exposure from that.
It's called being put on the sex offender list for being charged with fucking public exposure.
Oh, that's fine. Well, I'm already. Well, I guess I must be on that then. I got banned. What? No. What? What? Dylan, did you say you're on the list already? Did I hear that?
No, that's what you're gonna do if you pull out your dick in front of a female cop. Weirdo.
No, I mean, yeah, probably any cop. Yeah. I mean, I only touch myself on traffic stops here and there in front of the cops. I mean, that's nothing bad. I've done that. Dude.
My knees playing with my little schlingus in the car.
Dude, I got out of a ticket. Did I ever tell you guys that story? Dylan, I don't think I ever told you this, dude. I got out of a ticket by just like random. Dylan, you know how like I'm in the car with you and like my balls will itch and I was just like scratching me like, dude, why do you keep touching your balls? I did that in front of a male cop, bro, and he just like got weirded out. He just handed me he handed me a warning and let me go. I was like, okay, right on.
I don't think that's.
It is true. No, it is exactly how it happened. After he cussed me out for doing it.
I have a hard time with that interaction.
No, it 100% happened. I'm not joking.
Like, listen, he probably went back to the station at least and was like, dude, this dude was fucking touching himself. Like, I just gave him a warning. I'm not trying to fucking get
I was
involved
taking
with
so
the
much advantage of you, Alex. I'd be like, whip it out. So you want a ticket? Oh, I guess you must want a ticket tonight.
I'm like, oh shit, hell no.
Show me the brain right now, boy.
No, I'd be like this, Eli, he's like, you want a ticket tonight? I'm like, no, officer.
No, officer.
Yeah, at that
Just start
point,
slapping
that's
it.
when your captain will call you into the fucking office and let you go. I mean, at that point, you know.
Yeah, I forget the body cams on and was like sexually harassing Alex.
He's like, I'm sorry, Captain. I just wanted to see his dong a little. What's wrong with that?
Come on, man. I just wanted to see a little bit of stroke. A little stroke.
Oh, okay.
Something, and it's a long shift.
This isn't even a podcast anymore.
No, this is just talking bullshit now at this point.
This is an aggressive sexual rant that I'm sure will make everybody uncomfortable.
I'll probably get demonetized, but it's fine.
Oh, we were demonetized a long time ago, but maybe cut out the last 15 minutes of this just for sanity's sake. Maybe a blooper. It'll be a blooper.
Yeah. Well, all right. Hey, well, we're gonna cut it here. What?
Get into another topic here about ending podcasts too early because you have to go to bed.
I hate you.
So as a student, Alex, you know, what a moron.
Do you want me to have a job? I do. I was so close to being late to work today because I stayed up till 11:30. I ended up sleeping till 6:45, bro. I had to be at work at 7. I got to work in 7.5 minutes, bro, because I just went like 80 down college. Surprisingly hit every single green light and didn't get pulled over, but let alone I did make it there. But
I had to drive 40 fucking minutes. Fucking ass.
Yeah, well.
That's food service for you. Fucking hate it.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, but the podcast is we kind of already hit all the topics for today. But no, let's put more topics. Let's put topics in the chat, and then and then tomorrow we'll hit those topics.
Leave, I need your input on this Tinder line I'm about to spit real quick. So she has as her job.